What is going on, Mullen Automotive fans? Appreciate you all for tuning in for another video. We're going to take a look at the price action going into the rest of this week. Look at that 45-cent level that I've been mentioning in my previous videos. And also talk on Lawrence Hardge stepping back on the scene in Mullen Automotive Company. And why I think something is going to break soon within the technicals of Mullen Automotive stock, whether it's a breakdown to the downside or a break up to the upside. First, we're going to take a look at the levels, guys, and the data points surrounding Mullen Automotive. Here is the chart I have pulled up. I have not changed these trend lines since my last video I posted, and you can see here at that 45-cent level that I have been talking about, it has been consolidating to a T on this line. And I stated in my last video that is Mullen Automotive going to hold 45 cent or break down to that low of 39 cents back around here? Yes, the stock price did crack below 45 cents and above 45 cents, just a hair, but overall, as you can see, it's been consolidating to a T on that level. The TTM squeeze is currently in bearish territory. It did cross over here in the green briefly, but now it is having a red candle come in. It could signal down pressure if there isn't significant news announced to allow the bulls to step in to push it back up. As I mentioned before, when it comes to the slightest indicator going bearish as it is now, this is where the shorts really take note and start to double down on Mullen shares to short and try to take advantage of these breakdowns in price. As I also mentioned, the weekly TTM squeeze is curled up. There's actually a green candle that has already crossed over here. You can't probably see it, but it is there. And usually these type of indicators could signal upside in the near term, but you never know if the shorts will be able to take control and really hit the stock hard, depending on what news Mullen puts out, or even maybe because of Lawrence. Maybe he might trigger something that could cause down pressure, because there's a history now of Lawrence coming in the picture, bringing hype around retail investors of the company, and not really fulfilling anything, having any action actually taking place. Yes, there's been some vehicle testing in the past, but investors want to know about set in stone deals. The deals should not just be a way to tease investors. Taking a quick look at some data points, we look at the historical volume. The volume has just been dropping at 6.7 million volume so far today. At the time of this recording, 12/14. The borrow fee data shows that there are 350,000 short shares available to be borrowed, with the fee slowly trickling down. As you can see here on this chart, you know, we've talked about these spikes down to 0% borrow fee for shorts to borrow shortable stocks against the company. And as these spikes came in to 0%, the fee has just been trickling down slowly. And the off-exchange data, per usual, is over 77%. Take a look at the chart here. As I mentioned in previous videos, it's been over 70% volume, the total volume on the day going off exchange since early August. Mullen released an 8K last night addressing Lawrence Hardge after he came on to Sami Am's Twitter space and talked on a few things. I was only on and tuned in to that space call for about an hour, but as I was on there, Lawrence did speak on his incarceration and people trying to tarnish his name and get rid of him. But he also said that he was for Mullen and he was going to continue working with Mullen. And that's essentially what Mullen wants to do to an extent. They will allow Lawrence Hardge to test his units on 2 Mullen vehicles. And they also say the test will be a one-time accommodation, as Mullen reiterated that it had terminated its agreement with Hardge. And he also recently posted this on Twitter on October 3rd. He says, "Very soon, some of you gonna regret the manner in which y'all attack Mullen. I'm gonna do more EPA tests. My technology is now going into worldwide production. Mullen and I gonna reconnect where we left off. Time to turn things around for the people who stuck with Mullen. Back in April is when Hardge collaborated with Mullen Automotive to form a joint venture by the name of MAEO, and then his technology resulted in the calculated increase from 269 to 431 miles, which is a 60% increase in efficiency. Also, with testing of the Class 1 EV cargo van, the company disclosed that it had increased its range by over 75%. And in July, as well as now through an 8K filing, Mullen reiterates that it is terminated the contract with Lawrence Hardge EVT. Mullen did cite several reasons, such as EVT refusing to test the EMM at an approved facility. But per the 8K, the company has agreed to allow Hardge to test his units on 2 of the company's vehicles that are currently at an EPA certified test facility for the sole purpose of verifying the technology. No affirmative testing dates have been scheduled. This accommodation has not established, nor is it intended to establish, any relationship with Hardge or EVT. So what is the point of David and Mullen Automotive allowing Hardge to verify his technology? Is he looking out for Hardge again? Because they did say here in the 8K that this gesture was not to form any type of relationship with Hardge or his EVT technology. No long-term relationship with Mullen Automotive, as I'm seeing. Hardge did say he was happy and he's not hurting for money. Seems like David is trying to help him out. I'm not sure if anything is going to come to fruition of what Lawrence has been talking about here on this recent space call. Like I said, the history shows that every time Lawrence Hardge comes around, it has a negative impact on the shareholders and the stock price. So Mullen is still continuing to do their tours of their EV lineup. Shareholders are still waiting on a significant production update, as well as any word from the hearing, so that NASDAQ can possibly allow an extension for Mullen Automotive, or to see where the company's going to go here in the near term. And the buyback is still good to this December, so not sure why Mullen hasn't utilized any of those extra funds to buy back shares at this level while it's hovering at that 45-cent range. Maybe the company is saving to do a significant PR, maybe a big production update, then throw that buyback in there to double up on the shorts and the stock price. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Lawrence coming back in the picture will have a negative impact on the company? Or do you believe what he's been saying? Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm gone. Go.